2 very short demos tonight, and then the rest of the time we'll work, and then next class will be work period, and then following week we'll meet at the university to exchange the suite and do a tour.
We get another week.
Yeah, that's the plan, right? I believe we all agreed on that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So I was thinking you have to be ready for next.
Yeah. No.
Patrick's very generous with his time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 really short demos, pretty straightforward. The first one is inking up found objects and printing them.
Love it.
So it's bubble wrap.
Oh, cool.
And a piece of wood. So you might want to use this as like a background and then print your lino on top, or just have it on its own. It's an option. So it's pretty straightforward. It's got ink. I'm gonna go with the green. You want leaf or bubble wrap? Leaf. In terms of the objects, it should be relatively flat. Probably works best. Trying to think what other things I've used. I had a student ink up a manhole cover.
Oh.
And then put paper on top and then rub it. It looks really great.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You do it at 2 in the morning when there's no traffic.
Shoot it on
And a
campus.
beer, you know?
Students
It's reading
do
week.
things on campus. So I'm just rolling up the leaf in ink. I mean, you could press the leaf into the ink, then. So the stem is raised, so the area around the stem won't get ink on it. And it probably won't print very much. That's why in the center here you get this kind of white spot, which I kind of like. It looks like it glows a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes a piece of mylar, piece of paper on top. Use print. Anything else? Tinfoil works really cool. Like you scrunch it up and then flatten it and ink it up, make it all the creases and dents.
So if you want to do sort of you could do, let's say, an orange leaf.
Yeah.
And then wait till that dries.
Yeah.
And then do another color and sort of put it on top and then just
For sure.
make a little picture of it.
Absolutely. So,
That might be my speed this week.
so in terms of editioning, I guess it's a little bit tricky. I mean, you could make a
Yeah.
registration sheet for your leaf. That's possible.
I love it. Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to, you can cut, a lino cut and put it on top.
You could do different colors of leaves.
Yeah,
colors of leaves.
yeah. Or put a different leaf on top with a different color.
Very nice.
Something to think about when you're working. You want to add a texture or something to your work. I have more leaves if you want to try printing a leaf. Or bubble wrap.
Still some around?
Yeah, there's no snow on the ground really. So outside of the printmaking studio, there's a bunch of leaves.
Is it?
Yeah. This might be really a pain to ink up, but you can try inking with that.
I know someone used old beehive or old wasp and printed it. It actually looked really quite nice.
And then the other demo is textile. printing, so printing on fabric.
Oh, yes.
Which again is pretty straightforward. You just have to use the right kind of ink. So we've got fabric ink. By Speedball actually works pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's another brand of fabric relief ink. There probably is, but this is what was available. So I got black, white, and gold, which is less impressive than you think. But, yeah, that's the gold.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Must be on.
Maybe it prints
White.
better on white.
Yeah.
Well, the reason they call it fabric painting ink is in case you want to launder it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think any really, in my honest opinion, professional artist opinion that works at the art store, you can just about use anything. Like acrylic wouldn't wash off as long as you can get it to stay.
You should iron it once it's dry.
Yeah, you can
And
iron
see
it, or even throw it in the dryer, you know, heat set it.
Yeah. heat set it.
And yeah, so I think, like Golden says, you can use theirs for fabric painting. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kind of dried out here, Patrick.
It's a little clumpy, but you know what? I'm gonna make it work. Got my leaf.
Yeah.
I use the that soft cut stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think it kind of works better with the fabric because it's more flexible.
Mm-hmm.
It smells weird, different, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
This is like the potato making prints we did when we were kids.
I never
Potato
did
prints.
those.
You carved into potato to make them print up.
And did you ink it up with a brayer?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You had art instruction, we didn't have it.
Oh, yeah.
You have your fabric. So depending on your fabric, if you can lay it down flat, that works. If you have a t-shirt, you'll want to stretch it over a board. So I have one here. And this is good for all types of fabrics. Polyester blends, cotton, linen, rayon, and other synthetic fibers, but not nylon. I've done fabric printing on it with silk screening, and it's usually it has to be something like cotton, so it absorbs into the cloth. But should probably go in the same direction.
It must take a while to dry though, too.
They said to leave it to dry for a week,
Oh, that's a long time.
according to the instructions, and you don't have to heat set it.
No.
Okay.
With silkscreen fabric ink, you do have to heat set it. So. And if you have a clean brayer, you can roll the back of it. It's probably better than my fingers. I watched one demo where they put a board and then they stomp on it.
Oh, yeah. Interactive.
Mm-hmm.
Has any, like,
Exercise and making it simple.
I did an internet search, and some people use rolling pins.
For printing or?
Yeah. Has anyone tried rolling pins?
Rolling pins.
My husband asked me if I use rolling pin, I'm like, no, but.
But I went on the internet and they said some people actually, the only thing is that you might not get even pressure.
Yeah.
But even my husband said, why don't you just use a rolling pin? Is this like, so I had to look it up because I've never heard of that before.
But if your lock rooms or paper rooms and.
Yeah, and even for sanitizing after. I'm not sure. The oil ink, you know, the water-based ink.
I
That's
think, I
good
mean,
for
you never
rolling.
use the rolling pin afterward, but
No.
But yeah, they say some people actually use a rolling pin.
Mm.
I never, my husband told me, he said, why don't you use a rolling pin? I said, never heard of that.
I've seen a pin press where it's made out of, it's metal, like it's a heavy ruler, so. I use it for mono principles.
Then he asked me, he says, well, if you're doing small pictures, why don't you just use clamps? Does that work? But if you put it somewhere in and then he said, like
Like a flower press?
no, like clamps for mechanical, like clamps, like he does a lot of wood stuff and all this.
Yeah.
So why don't you just use some clamps? I don't know.
That would clamp the edge, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The center wouldn't be.
Yeah, you would have to put pressure, something on it.
Alright.
A little bit later, because it's drying out, but.
Won't be long, you'll have a whole scarf full. You just keep teaching, Patty.
More classes. It's like a
Christmas present done yet.
Christmas present or like a ranking system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a 10-leaf teacher. But that's what it is. So just 2 short stems, but something to think about or play with.